Game 1 in the books. The Boston Celtics got it done in overtime against the Indiana Pacers, and we gonna react right here after this. What's going on? Make some noise. The Boston Celtics get that first dub of the Eastern Conference Finals, bro.
Yo, I took my blood pressure. I had to take because I
don't have one of those. Do I need to get one of those?
Fucking with the Celtics, yeah. You need one.
Bro, listen, look.
Yo, you need one.
They got it done. I think that's the only thing that matters. They found a way to win. Look. Yo, oh my God, bro, so much to break down.
Bro, listen to me. I was pre not crying or no shit like that because I'm a grown ass man. But when Tatum hit that foul, when he hit that three, yo, like it just changed everything, bro. My whole perspective, my outlook on life and everything changed with that 1-3.
Are you talking about the one where he stepped to the he passed up the first look and then he put the ball on the floor, stepped to the side, and then hit the joint? That's the one you took.
I'm wrong. When Brown hit that three,
oh, okay, because Tatum hit a big one too. Pause. Red Jet Show, what's going on?
What a game! What up,
listen,
Red Jet Show? What up?
First of all, let me make this statement. Let me make this clear, right? Let me make this clear.
Don't say what I think you're gonna say, man.
I know. I can't take every game like this. And I'm gonna tip my hat and say that the Indiana Pacers are a great effing team. I'll give them a round of applause.
No, they have a great bench, is what it is.
That's part of the team. That's part of the team, right? That's part of the team. What's going on, Peachy?
But you called it though, bro. Their bench is the X factor. I didn't see it. I thought that our bench was going to show up when I saw a Hauser shoot that wide open three and miss everything. That's it for him. I'm gonna need Joe Mazzulla
to take a look in the mirror and find his alter ego and bench Hauser for this series, bro. Give me freaking give me a different player. I can't. Anybody. Give me O'Shea Brissett. Give me O'Shea. At least I'm gonna get energy.
He didn't even get in the game, did he?
No. Give me CV.
Well, Hauser getting run?
Mikhailuk. Give me him. Give me anybody. Give me Jaden Springer at this point. First of all, Hauser's he's a liability on defense. And so the moment he comes in the game and Tatum comes out, the issue was Tatum came out of the game in that third quarter. Remember, the Celtics was up by 13. Bro, I went to go pee and I came back. It was 9 points. I'm like, what happened?
The same thing happened in the first half. The first half, we went up, we were dominant, and then you got, we went up, we were dominant. When we started when Pritchard, Horford, and Cornette was in the Pritchard, Hauser, and Cornette was in this game at the same time. That was it. That's how we lost the lead the first time, and that's how we lost the lead the second time. Period.
Look,
and Al, he had moments of greatness in the second half, but he was clearly spent, bro.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if he was clearly spent, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying that. You could be 100% right. I'm telling you why I don't think he was clearly spent. They were abusing Al Horford on the screen, the pick and roll, bro. Bro. The high screen, they got isolation. If Halliburton wasn't such a good space creator, it wouldn't affect Al the way it did. But because they set the screen, they set that high pick, Al has to fight over that, and it's like that much space, and then he steps back and shoots, and it goes in. I don't know how you defend that if you Al Horford, bro. I think a guy like Porzingis with the long arms,
much longer.
I think that helps. But
my thing. Let me ask you a question. If he could come back in game 4 ain't nothing but next Tuesday. You mean to tell me he gonna get that much better between now and next Tuesday? He need to get his ass in this damn game. I don't give a damn. He was right. You saw how he was riding the bike the other day. They showed him riding the bike. He was riding the shit out of that bike. Man, he need to get out there, man.
If he could physically play, he would change the series. He would change the way he would change the outlook on the Boston Celtics offensively and defensively.
Especially defensively, because he can recover because he's so much longer than Horford. Horford is only 6'9". He's the same height as Tatum. Wow. Yeah, Horford is 6'9". They got him down at 6'10" and 6'11", but he's 6'9". When you see him standing next to Tatum, sometimes in some of them, Tatum look taller than him. He's only 6'9", and I'm telling you right now, he's not long enough. But you know what? Al like 38, 39.
He 38. Yeah, he 38.
You know what I'm saying? God bless him, man.
I don't think so. Look, we're gonna go through the numbers, man, because I don't think Al played a terrible game. I thought that Carlisle, the coach from Indiana, I thought he found a way to abuse the Celtics' weakness, and it was getting Al and the switch on that high pick. And once Al finally got over the pick, it was just a space creator shooter. You know what I'm saying?
But he also made a mistake because he had us. Because when he was running the pick and roll, he was running it with Turner, and Turner was eating our asses up in the first half.
And Turner was like a non-factor in the second half, right?
That's exactly right, because he didn't. That was on Carlisle, in my opinion.
Or did we adjust?
Well, it could have been a little bit of both. You might have a point there. I'm not going to doubt it.
He still finished. Okay, Miles Turner, he played 39 minutes, 16 seconds. He finished 9 for 13. He shot 69%. This dude was almost a 70% shooter from the floor, bro.
Their percentage was high. What was their percentage overall for Indiana?
Bro, they shot 53.5% from the floor, bro.
That's normal for them, though.
Yeah, exactly, because they're the highest scoring team.
That's exactly right. So this is not an anomaly, and we can expect that going forward.
We can, yes. Every game going to be over 100 points. We went through the 5 games on the pregame show, and every game was over 100 points. Whether we won by 4, whether we won by 51, it was still over 100 points. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen. Cornette got 5. He got 6 fouls to use. He would use all them bitches if I was coaching. Let me tell you something. They're soft. We can bully them. We can strong arm them.
But Cornette's not strong.
He need to do something, man.
He's not a strong bully guy. Cornette is in there for
Cornette, Hauser, and Pritchard gotta go in the offseason.
Or I'm thinking that they can't be on the floor at the same time.
Nah, they gotta go.
You know what I mean?
Go.
I'm not okay, but they can't go right now. But right now,
they could.
I'm talking about right now. I think Joe has to figure out how to not have them on the floor at the same time, because in the first half it was a problem. In the second half, the moment Tatum came out of the game, by the first 4 or 5 minutes we was down. We only had a 4-point lead, man. I'm gonna need Jason Tatum to play 48 minutes. The motherfucker played 45. What's 2 minutes in the rest of them seconds? Like,
and when I see Joker play 48 minutes like 4 times in the series, like, this is what it's called for, man. You ain't got time to rest, bro. You can rest in the offseason. You're 25 years old, bro. I don't know what it is. I just know he can't come off the floor. You could take Brown off the floor. You could because there's nobody that's going to draw the attention. And I'm not taking anything away from Jaylen Brown, but there's nobody that's going to draw the attention like Jason Tatum. And when he's on the floor, it will open up, because the minute he got the ball, bro. Did you see the 2 people that you saw the double team automatically in that? It was almost like a video game. As soon as he got the ball, he took 1 dribble. Here come the double team. I'm like, dang. Tatum had a couple of bad turnovers in this game. One came in overtime. One was in overtime. Bro, I had wrote you a book, and then I erased it because he came back and hit that 3.
Yeah, that's the 3 you was talking about. I got you.
I erased it. I had wrote a book. I had called him all kind of, man, listen. Because it was so nonchalant. Why would you leave your feet like that?
It was just a bad pass. It was like a fancy. It was like he was trying to do like a magical pass. It would have been beautiful if it went through, but they were playing lanes all game. The Celtics finished this game with they had 14 turnovers in this game. 14 turnovers, had 7 turnovers less than the Indiana Pacers. But it was like it's like the Celtics turnovers, bro, happen at the worst opportune time, right? Like the worst time the turnover can happen, it happens for the Boston Celtics. And you know what I'm saying? They found a way to overcome the adversity. So let's talk a little bit about what the players did. You see Jaylen Brown finished with 26 points in this game. He was 10 for 20, 50% from the floor, 1 for 4 from the three. That three you're talking about was the one in the corner in overtime.
And that's the only one he hit.
That might have been the biggest three of his career.
That might have been a season defining three right there.
That might have been the reason why they paid him $8 billion to be.
When that shot went in, I'm telling you, I wanted to kiss my daughter and like hug my wife. Like I got emotional, man.
I woke up the whole house, bro. Yeah. From the basement, the house awakened. Because I was ready to start the show at 10:40. Know what I mean?
If we had a loss, you would have been doing the show by yourself. Because I was just not. I was not in a mental place. Like I just was not in a mental place to talk about this.
I can't with you, bro.
We gotta let it scab sometimes. You know me.
I need to get it in and get it out and move on to the next. I'm on to the next one type of person.
To the next.
Yeah, that's me. That's who I am. That's who I be. I was ready to move on to the next. But Jaylen Brown, he's 5 for 8 from the free throw line. The Celtics missed. The Celtics had a lot of free throw attempts. They shot 80% and missed 6 of them. It's not bad, right? 80% from the free throw line. So
I feel in the playoffs with everything on the line and its tense moments. I felt that very. Shots. But I feel that 80% is. I mean, it's. I mean, they got it done. But what I'm saying is that we have to expect them to miss. I mean, I understand the professionals and stuff like that, but man, the levels is right here. Like you got to be like, it's tough, man. It's tough.
It's tough. The pressure is on, the heat is on. You're at home. You would think it would be a little bit easier, but the intensity is crazy, right? It's crazy big. You know what I'm saying? But Jaylen Brown, I just want to finish on him before I move on to Jason Tatum. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He had a block shot. He turned the ball over 3 times, finished with 26 points. I thought Jaylen Brown, round of applause, had a solid game. After I go through this, you get to pick the player of the game.
You already know what my player of the game is. So
all right, so I think I do. All right, Jason Tatum still. He didn't even play the most minutes. You mean to tell me Drew Holiday outplayed Jason Tatum in this game?
My point. And you remember, I brought that up. I was like, why is he on the bench?
Well, we got to factor in overtime, too. Like, the game did go into overtime. Like, how cats play more than 48 minutes? They play in overtime. So, Tatum, 45 minutes, 32 seconds. He went 12 for 6 from the floor, shot 46.2%, 2 for 8 from the three-point line, like 25%. Like from the 3-point line. He went 10 for 12 from the free throw line. He missed early in the game, and then he missed that technical one. The one he should have made. I don't know. They just missed silly free throws.
But when he missed it, it was just like, oh, whatever.
Right.
I'll get him on the next one.
That's where I heard him talk. Don't worry, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that. Yo, I got you. Yeah. Horford talking to him. You could tell he ain't listening to nothing Horford's saying. Right. All right. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I got you.
And if you ask me what was my biggest issue, save that point, because I think that was my biggest issue throughout this whole game, and I think that's why you saw really big run spurts from the Indiana Pacers, but I'll explain that in a second. He finished with 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. He had 4 turnovers, so he tied with the most turnovers, but he finished with 36 points. Didn't I tell you Jason Tatum was going to get 30 points? Booyah! He's scoring 30 every game, bro. Like every game. Jason Tatum is a 30 bucket against his team.
We might need more.
we
might need him to average 40.
We might need to get listen. He's gonna have to do what he's gonna have to do. Your man, old man Al, man, 5 for 15 from the floor, not really good. 33.3%, 3 for 12 from the three, 25%. That we had three shooters shoot 25% from the 3-point line. Al took the most 3-point attempts. He finished with 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds in total, an assist, 3 block shots. And he finished with 15. He did finish with 15. Shout out to the Celtics starters. They all finished in double digits as well. Derek White, 42 minutes, 5 for 13 from the floor. He had a big 3 too in that. And I think it was overtime or in the fourth quarter. 38.5%, 3 for 8 from the 3-point line, 37.5%. He was 100% from the free throw line. He also had 6 rebounds. He had 9 assists. He led the team in assists, 2 steals, a block shot, 2 turnovers. He finished with 15 also. And then our guy, Drew Holiday. Cliff, you asked this man to step up, and he stepped up. He stepped up, 10 for 16, 62.5%. He shot the highest field goal percent, well, second highest from the floor as a starter. He shot the highest, 4 for 8 from the 3, 50%, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He has 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 4 turnovers, and 28 points for Drew Holiday. Get that man a round of applause too.
Yeah, but all that's great. But the defining play, the nail, the piece to resistance was when he locked that Halliburton down and made him turn that ball over. That right there, that was just such a beautiful thing to see in the moment that it was happening. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a very important this is a very important possession for Indiana. And he locked him down to the point where he turned the ball over. And I was like, see, this is, and I had a thought. What happens if Drew was doing what he did tonight, and then there's a resurgence with White? What happens if we can get that going, all firing on those cylinders like that?
I know.
What happens?
I don't know if that is even allowed to happen, but I think that would happen if the rhythm, if the Celtics come out with the intensity in the beginning of the game and they get into a rhythm, you know what I mean? But usually, like, if a player is in a rhythm, you allow them to keep shooting, and so at some point it'll be lopsided. So if Drew had 28, I'm happy that Derek White had 15, but if Derek White got 30, I would be happy if Drew can get you 15. The fact that they're getting in the double digits, I think, was cool for me. Because Cliff, you said it earlier in the show. If the bench get 13 points in this game.
Jesus.
13. No, hold on. Let's do it. 8 and 5. You do the math. What's 8 plus 5?
That's 13 points.
13 points. Our bench got outscored, bro.
Their bench scored like 30 in the 40s, didn't they? Their
bench scored, I can tell you right now, their bench got them, start with Toppin, 15. You got 13 from McConnell, so that's 28, 30 points from their bench, bro. So 30 to 13.
That's a 17-point switch, man. In our bench's defense, though, I think that what I'm looking at here is we didn't plan for, and we should have, but I think that Porzingis allows those guys to do what they do.
Okay.
And I believe that the bench is kind of like out of sorts. They weren't prepared for this. And that's just bottom line. I think the bench is out of sorts.
For sure. I think I get what you're saying. I got you.
And they're having to play more minutes. They're being put in spots that they're not comfortable. But
that makes perfect sense.
But it's a reason, but it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse, but it makes perfect sense because if I throw Al's 15, Al's on the bench, right? So if I throw Al's 15 to our bench,
now we 28. Now we got 28 points.
There you go. And so
that's my point.
You're 100% correct. But like you said, it's not an excuse. But I don't see Cornette. Cornette did have 8 points. He did have 5 points. I'm sorry. So I don't see him
Garbage points. I don't want to
out.
hate.
No, they're not even garbage points. You know what? Cornette can have more points because around the rim, he finds ways to get the ball. It's like a magnet to the ball.
No,
he just can't finish.
He can't finish.
He can't finish. And so you're hoping he gets fouled. And if he doesn't get fouled, it's a turnover. The ball go the other way. Or he has to make free throws. Lob the Truth 81. Low the Truth 81, excuse me. Wants to know, after game one, what's your series prediction? Is it still 4-2 like we predicted on the beginning of the show? Or you think this going 7 games down?
No, you see a lot of series where the first game is very competitive, and then the other games I'm hoping that this is one of these situations.
Me too.
But like I said, our bench, our starters have to. If I was Missoula, I would tell everybody after this game, great win, guys, get your mind right. Everybody playing 48 minutes. Point blank, period. I would Tom Thibodeau them up. Everybody playing. Ain't nobody getting rest.
Look, certain players, I just need them out on the court. It's like the moment you remove them from the lineup, the offense is stagnant. Yep. You don't have that same drive to the basket. And when I look at the Boston Celtics, I'm like, yo, all they got to do, look, I don't mind. I know every time we do a show, it sounds like we're complaining because we shoot the threes. That's not what we complaining. That's not what I'm complaining about.
No, I'm not complaining about. I'm complaining about the threes that you shoot, the way you shoot the threes.
Okay, so that's one is the way you shoot the threes. Too many off-balance three-point shots. Too many off-balance shots. Even
or one-on-one threes where you clearly have a defender that's defending you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, we were going back and forth. The one-on-one threes, just like you said. Those threes are just not good percentage shots. No. Now, if you're taking a better percentage shot, if the ball is moving, because we missed, 4 wide open threes? I don't have the chart.
We missed a lot of wide open threes, bro.
If we missed the wide open ones, I mean, you just, you move on to the next play. It's the other ones, though. The other ones that are, I feel like, the Celtics were able to score in the paint a lot, and they were able to attack the basket. I would like for them to go back on the attack, get their bigs into foul trouble, just like who fouled out in this game from their team, Neesmith, right?
The guy used to didn't we draft him?
Yeah, we drafted Neesmith, Aaron Neesmith. So he fouled out in this game in overtime, but they got to continue to attack this team. And if the Celtics mentality is to shoot first and see what happens, I'm okay with that. But if they go missing threes like back to back to back to back, they gotta run a play to get some screen action or some pin action down in there in that paint, bro.
But I listen, we all as Celtics fans or Celtics whatever fanatics, whatever you want to call us, we have to warm up to this concept because it's painfully right there in our faces. The Celtics don't really run plays. We're at our best when we're causing turnovers. That's right. That's how we get those leads. Turnovers and contested shots that miss, long rebounds. That's how we get our leads. All through the playoffs. We didn't get our leads by being in the half court set. We didn't get our leads like that. We got our leads by bully ball, taking the ball, causing turnovers, and running. That's how we got. That's how we separated from them. That's how we got that 13-point lead and lost it.
And both leads, Miles Turner was cooking. They didn't have an answer. He was hitting some 3-point shots that I just didn't think he can hit. But he's shooting very well. He's shooting almost 50% from the three in the playoffs.
But that was the first half. Like, his legs started getting a little heavy. You could see it. His shots didn't have the same effect. And I don't know. I didn't pay attention enough to that part of it. Go ahead.
He shot 75% from the 3-point line. He was 3 for 4.
Yeah, so but he did that. What I'm saying is he did that damage in the first half. Is what I'm saying.
I think he hit one. I mean, I think he hit 3 in the first half, and maybe
he only hit 1 in the second half.
One, right. He only took 1. Yeah, missed. Yeah.
Or
he hit 2 in the first half, hit 1 in the second half. I think that's what it was. He took 2 in the first half, missed, and took 2 in the second half, but missed 1 in the second half. He only hit 1. So yeah, I'm just saying. Look, the Celtics found a way. What was the term that they used? They found a way to win. They snuck a. What was the term? And I said that ain't it. They stole a win. Do you steal a win at home? At home?
Yeah, because because me and you was both on our way downstairs to do this podcast, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere.
But that's not stealing a win. That's taking that junk, right? Like they took it.
JB hit that 3, and when JB hit that 3, the only person that knew that JB was gonna hit that 3 is Jesus, and God. Nobody. I didn't see that coming. You and I both were on our way. You had already sent the link.
Oh yeah,
we was getting ready to start the show.
Oh, for sure. Like we said that. We said that the show was gonna start at 10:40 p.m. I even had the shit set to tomorrow. So I was like, why nobody in here? It was set for tomorrow because but at the end of the day, he made the shot, he took it, he got it to go in. I don't know how. And on that play, he was fouled. Now, I don't understand the new NBA 3-point shooting foul, but when the Celtics land in the space of the shooter, it's a foul. But when they land in the space of the shooter of the Celtics, it's not a foul, right?
Who was over there on it, man?
That
who
was
standing right.
I don't know. Was it Tony Brothers over there?
The Barracuda, yeah, he was over there.
Barracuda. Harmony Equality says peace to the cipher. JB for 3. What's going on, Harmony? That 3.
Somebody was Jason has the Celtics got to shut down. Got to shut down in India. I don't know what he means by that.
Oh, say that again. Oh, he's saying that when they play in Indiana, I think the Celtics get shut down. Is that what he's saying? Is that what you're saying, Jason? Because the Indiana don't lose at home.
Well, they ask gonna lose at home.
Or maybe he meant they got a showdown in Indiana. Or shut up. I'm not sure.
Well, what we need to do, listen. What we realized in this game is really, really, really. Our starters have to play. Missoula's job, with the help of his coaching staff, there's a bunch of them over there. All right. What he needs to do is figure out a way to mix and match where the bench is not predominantly on the floor at any given time. These guys have to be stocking stuffers. They have to be fillers. They have to come in, come back out. You cannot start having Pritchard, Cornette, and Hauser in the game. Hauser shouldn't play at all. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I guess he sees something that we don't. Maybe he's going to get hot at some point. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that there's only one way we're going to win this game, and that's by causing that harassing defense, that I got to have that ball. That's the only way we're going to win this game. We can't run plays. We have to do it the way you watched us do it twice. We ran up a lead twice, doing it that same way. And as soon as Jason Tatum left, it felt like the intensity left with him. And then we were done. Like
the intensity, the IQ, like everything.
All that.
Yeah. And so Tatum has to find a way to implement his way on the court, even when he has to come out for a minute or 2 minutes. What's going on, media? 49er media. I just feel like the Celtics, moving forward to game 2, they're going to be at home again. They were able to get the overtime win. You know what's funny? Because I think the Celtics struggled in overtime this year. I felt like they never won. I could be wrong, but I felt like they never won an overtime game. And they got this one. And that's huge. And I think now that they see, I thought the Celtics played well early against Siakam, but they struggled against Turner. Then they adjusted against Turner, and then Siakam was pulling up them little short midi shots.
You notice that on a pick and roll, Siakam always ended up with White or Holiday on him.
That's what they wanted. They wanted the mismatch. So he was able to shoot over them.
And that's coaching. We have to adjust. We have to figure that shit out. And we have to figure it out. And that's coaching. We have to adjust to it, man. I will give you this, though. Indiana's not a better team than this. They're not even equal to us.
But they play better team ball.
They play better team. They play together better. And if they have better talent, they have good talent. Put it this way: the only reason that they're in this game or have the ability to possibly be in this series is because their bench is so much better than ours.
That's a good point. And I would say that their bench is so much better than ours now. I think if our bench went back to the rotation of what Al Horford coming off the bench and Porzingis out there on the floor, I think it changes up what our bench can do, and I think that will allow guys like Hauser to catch and shoot, Pritchard to play a different style of basketball. And when you got Al Horford on the court with your unit, you feel more comfortable. Like he's the communicator. He's the one like that's out there like setting up the stuff. And then whoever is running point guard, you feel comfortable with like Derek White, Al Horford, Pritchard, maybe a Hauser, and another player. Like you feel more comfortable. I think the fact that Al has to be the starter, like you said earlier, it just changes up how Joe has to utilize his bench, and it changes up the role of the player. So Hauser's not able to get off. But then if you know that as a coach, if you know that, then put in energy. Don't put in a three-point shooter that's too timid to shoot the shot that's not going to get a good, clear shot. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. Indiana Pacers, they were all over the ball. They were all over the ball. They were flying to the three line. They were all over the ball, affecting those shots. They were closing out fast. They were doing all the things they needed to do defensively. We were looking like turtles, and they were looking like the hares, the rabbits, right? They were moving.
They were supposed to. Indiana had this game right in their grasp. They kicked themselves in the ass over this one.
Yeah, well, what they did was Siakam should have fouled Jaylen Brown, and that might have affected that shot from going in and forced him to make 3 free throws.
And he'd have hit 2 and missed one.
Yep, he would have hit. Yep.
In hindsight of 2020, we got the win. I'm
not complaining. Not complaining.
Listen, everybody gonna eat us up tomorrow on the Talking Heads, and I wish, because I'm telling you right now, we got the win, and I never thought I would think like that, but yo, we got the win.
At the end of the day, listen, I ain't complaining, not at all. I just know if that was me, the scouting report is Jaylen Brown struggles from the free throw line. Make him shoot free throws. Hacker Brown. Anyway, I'm hoping they're not watching this or whatever, but I got to give my boy Jaylen Brown, when I think of player of the game, I know Tatum dropped 36. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Holiday's the player of the game, man. Come on, man.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm giving player of the game to Jaylen Brown, bro. If it wasn't for Jaylen Brown, this team wouldn't have been in the overtime and competing.
Yeah, with that particular shot. But if it wasn't for that defense and not
Wait, because Jaylen Brown was playing pretty good defense.
He was, but Holiday was hitting. He was hitting.
All right,
he hit at least 4 threes, right?
All right, I'm gonna do a quick poll. I'm gonna ask them out there who was the player of the game, and I'm only gonna give them 2 choices. Who was the player of the game? Was it Drew Holiday? Or Jaylen Brown? And let's let them vote. Right, since I thought we was gonna agree.
No,
I thought we were gonna agree. Let's let them
Holiday
vote
all day. If there's nothing else, it was that defensive, brilliant defensive play.
He gave you some good offense, man.
He gave that play on Halliburton that summed his whole night up when he moved his feet and he made him.
He finished with 28 too. He finished with 28. Drew Holiday finished with 28. He did. He balled out.
Give me Drew.
All right, people saying Drew Holiday. We got people voting for Drew Holiday. No votes for Jaylen Brown,
Go ahead, Harmony, baby. See, Harmony, they see it the way I see it.
I'm not saying I didn't see it that way, but I don't think Holiday wouldn't have been able to get the bulk of those points in overtime if Jaylen Brown don't hit that shot. See,
Holiday was balling all game.
He didn't have 28 all game. He didn't score. He hit how many threes he hit in overtime? He scored a lot in overtime. I do know that. He was getting to that basket. He was the only one getting to the basket.
Yeah, but he doing that game, man. This is his best game.
This was his best game for sure.
But
they both finished with 3. He had 4 turnovers though.
Who?
Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
You said
how many did Tatum have?
Tatum had 4 too. She said Holiday's defense got us through. All right.
That's right.
All right. Even though Jaylen Brown had the great defensive steal down there to seal the deal in that overtime.
You gave it to the people.
I gave it to the people.
The people have spoken.
They have spoken.
And I'm you know what I'm saying? Player of the game.
It's like Jaylen Brown don't ever get love. Like, what does he have to do to get love?
Can we have co-player of the games then?
Nah.
You got co-MVPs.
Nah, this ain't. There's a co-MVP in basketball?
No, I don't know. Okay. I know that they have been co-MVPs. I don't know what sport, but I know I've heard it somewhere. They've been co-MVPs.
Bro, looking forward to game 2. Right? Game 2. Like, what we got to do to go up 2-0? The Celtics haven't won a game 2 in any of the rounds of the NBA playoffs.
Okay. See, now this is logistics. This is my field of expertise. All right. This needs to be this needs to be methodical. We need to jump on them like we did tonight.
Okay.
But we have to figure out a way to get these matchups where, like we've been discussing, like we can't just, because we build a lead, Tatum sits down, and you bring in. Well, put it this way. Those 3 can't be on the floor at the same time. That's it. That's it. That's pretty much it.
I promise you, bro. If I need Pritchard on the floor, because Pritchard is going to move the ball, and he's gonna control the ball, right? You need him on the floor. You need him on the floor. I really think that they can do without Hauser if he's not. Listen, bro. Hauser he was 0 for 2 from the floor, and they were both threes. He was a -8.
Yeah, but there's a miss and there's a bad miss. One of them threes, he didn't even hit. He was on this side. He was on the right side of the basket and missed all the way on the left, and it was an air ball. Come on, man.
I think my point, broski, is the fact that he's not even attempting enough shots.
We can't afford him to. If you got Tatum missing, you got Brown missing, now you got this guy missing. We can't afford.
But he's got to find a way. He's not okay. To be fair, basketball is about rhythm. If this dude coming off the bench, he got to shoot the shot, bro. He need to take at least 5 attempts. He missed 2. Maybe he'll make 3.
If past performance is indicative of future results, why would we have him shoot?
Because at the end of the day, he's not taking a lot of attempts to get into some type of a rhythm. But my thing is, I don't think he's going to get the opportunity because I think they're defending it well. They know he's going to come in and try to shoot the ball.
He can't create his own shot. That's the first.
That's the issue.
He's not his own shot.
He's not a shot creator. So he's a catch and shoot guy.
It's easy to take him out the game.
But why don't we pick and roll? Why don't we set high picks? Why don't we set picks?
Which gets me back to my next point.
Okay.
We don't run plays. We don't run plays.
That's got to change. Joe Mazzulla has to fix that up. You got to run plays. It's the playoffs. It's called playoffs. What's the key word in playoffs?
Shit, about to be the layoffs if we don't stop fucking with
I said, what's the key word in playoffs? He says about to be the layoffs. Bro, the key word in playoffs is play. We got to run plays. We got to figure out how to create some space for these shooters to shoot. And, you know, I feel like at the Celtics, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Celtics get going, they shot 37.1. Indiana shot 37.1% from the 3. If the Celtics can get going from the 3-point line, woo, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. No team has beaten them. They outshot us from the 3-point line, bro. We shot 33.3%.
In the first quarter, before all hell broke loose, we were very efficient of defending the 3. The first, I know what you're talking about. Most of the first quarter, we were very, but we were. Go ahead.
We were affecting their shots. Remember, they were missing, and then they called a timeout. I don't know what the timeout said. I don't know if the timeout said, "Listen, I want y'all to play soft coverage." Like, I know it's a football term. I want y'all to play off a little bit. Yeah. And then allowed it to go in, and then after that, it was a ball game, right? Once we let that first 3 go in, it became a ball game. Harmony says we definitely need Pritchard on the floor to match up with McConnell's energy. That's another little net that, you know, McConnell is a baller. Like, he's not great, but he is all energy. He's like their Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's fearless. Like, he goes in a hole, like, he's fearless.
I thought I saw him with a gash on his forehead during one time. I was like, yo, this dude got hit. He was playing with his back jacked up. You know what I mean? But I agree. Low the Truth 81 says Porzingis opens up the court because he's a good stretch. We were talking about this. Remember we said with Porzingis out there, it enables and it allows guys like Hauser to shoot the ball and things different because everybody's not crowded around in one space.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
You're right. So that's a good assessment. The only thing is he's not playing, and so the Celtics got to figure out. But do the Celtics? Let me ask you this: defensively, what was off defensively? Was it just the perimeter D?
No, it was. What was off was, like I said, when Tatum and Brown left the court, it like leaving Horford out there with Pritchard and Cornette and not so much Hauser, but those two, it left Horford exposed, and I think he got a little winded because he had to. When they started picking and rolling, Horford couldn't adjust.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't adjust, and they did the same thing with Mitchell in the last series.
Good point. Now offensively, like, what do you think the Celtics need to do offensively to be better for Game 2?
We've been saying it the whole time. If you get a wide open three, or if you catch a three in rhythm, that's fine. But everything needs to be inside and out. We need to be attacking the basket. We need to be attacking the basket with reckless abandon. Everybody attack the basket and crash the boards. You remember I sent you something saying that we need offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. This is not like this, at this point. It's not rocket science. There's no real fix. It's almost a war. It's almost a war of wills at this point. It's like this.
The Celtics finished with 13 offensive rebounds too. They out offensive rebounded them 13-10. And as far as total rebounds, the Pacers had 53 and the Celtics had 52. So they out rebounded us by 1. Interesting.
But at the time I sent it, there was a portion because they had put put some kind of stat. I believe or somebody said something because we picked that number up as we went along.
I just watched Jaylen Brown hit that shot, bro.
I can't. I gotta let it. I'll watch it tomorrow. I can't tonight. Like it's been an emotional evening for me. Very emotional. And like I said,
bro,
we were on our way downstairs, bro. I was on my way downstairs to get ready for this podcast. I was on my way, like bro. I had walked away from the TV. I happened to turn around.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the doorway. I happened to turn around to see that JB. What you call it? That's bro, why go ahead.
That jump was pretty. Like, that jump was pretty. Look, Game 2. Thursday night, 8 p.m. It's going to be a different day for me because I have to work that night, but I should be home. We'll be able to do the overreaction show. And this is how I'm feeling right now. And I can't allow the Celtics. I need them to not let every game be like this. I don't want to blow out. I just want a comfortable double-digit game.
I want to blow out. I need one for my. I need one to offset because I let out a lot of. We all let out a lot of stress hormones and cortisol and shit, and like we need to offset that. We need some endorphins.
We need some endorphins.
They need to replace what they've taken from us.
I like that. I don't think they care about our stress levels.
Well, they better start. Cause I'm telling you right now. There's a couple of times where I wanted to, I got to stop trying to fight.
Yeah, you wanted to punch Tyrese Halliburton in the face, bro.
I wanted to choke slam him. Like I wanted to grab him by the throat.
This dude hit 2 miraculous, impossible 3-point shots.
And then the way he got that little dumb look on his face, like, you ever see somebody that just, you don't know why, you just don't like their face.
Yeah, every day.
I don't like his face. His face interrupts my spirit. I swear to God. Y'all need to pray for me.
I know Sacramento like, damn, we stupid. I know they like, dang, we had us a player.
Who knew though? And quite honestly,
you know who he is? Remember James Harden when OKC?
Yeah.
He's the James Harden of their team. Like, he can score. He's not bad defensively. He finished the game with 25. He led them in scoring. But he was a -11 on the court.
That's very telling.
It is.
That's very telling. I'm sorry.
And for the Celtics, the only person that was a minus, can you guess?
Hauser.
Peyton Pritchard. He was a -15. It's because who he was on the court with, though. I'm telling you, man, you can't have Pritchard, Cornette, and Hauser. They do that. Listen, Cliff, guys, make sure you check out the video game simulations that I do. Okay, it's a live. Today's was live. Thursdays may not be live, depending on what I got to do throughout the day. But check out the show. When I tell you, the games are intense. We lost the first one. And Cliff, I was texting you saying, yo, this is exactly how we lost the first one. It was a turnover. They got a basket. We turned the ball up. We shot a dumbass 3. They got the ball in transition. They went up by 5, and then they ended up pulling away from the Celtics. I don't remember the final score in the simulation, but we ain't going to no damn overtime.
Yo, when they went up by 5 and it was 2 minutes and 47 seconds, I was like, yo, man, you ain't gonna want me on this show. I was so in my feelings. I gotta grow. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I gotta do better, man.
I don't think it's you gotta do better, bro. I think it's what you know about the sport. I think it doesn't translate to what you see them doing. It's just okay. There were a couple of shots in this game. Now I'm not even talking about threes. There was a time when Tatum did that dumb pass for his 4th turnover, and we were up by 1, I felt, and we had the opportunity to go up by 3 or 4 if we moved the ball and got the right 3-point attempt. But we tried to pass the ball and it was a crazy turnover. And there was a couple of times players were just taking off balance, like fadeaway shots from the free throw line, and I'm just like, and then there were times that like Derek White literally missed a layup. I'm just like, come on. Like, you can't make that stuff up. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping the Celtics, they didn't lose. They found a way to win. They fought hard. They sent the game into OT. And I think it sends a message. But defensively, the Celtics got to figure out how to be better. And I think if they can figure out how to be better defensively, it will allow their offense to do what the offense does, because you still gave up 128 points to this team. And the Celtics need to get that down at least by 10 or 15.
Yeah. 65 points, 64 points.
She said, "You so goofy."
Not me.
Oh.
Me. We talking about Halliburton. She talking about Halliburton. Ain't she talking about Halliburton?
She might be talking about Halliburton. Maybe she.
Yeah.
He is a kid. He's 24.
I don't care. I don't like him.
You gonna punch a kid in the face, go to jail? Then we gotta do the show from jail.
You bust him right in the mouth.
We'll do the show from. We'll do the show.
I see him
from prison.
We'll see him in Subway and be like, "Yo, nah, I'm only joking. I'm just talking. These are kids. I don't want to hurt anyone."
Great game, right? Like I don't want to drink. I just want to go to bed. Like, I think
I'm fading fast. You see me, I'm yawning.
Me too. I yawned 2 times, man. This is people don't understand we're in our 40s, and
we did a long day, man.
Yeah, we did do a long day. So listen, we'll be back Thursday night after the game, where the Celtics look to go up 2-0. And look, I know they haven't won a game 2, but this will be the first game 2. They're gonna have to find a way to win. I got them winning game 2. I got him going up 2-0.
Yes.
Well, she says she 40 plus 2, but she looked wide awake. You know what I'm saying?
Harmony,
we over here
Wait, Harmony, what coast are you on? Are you on the East Coast or are you on the West Coast?
Yeah, that's a good question. Or mid coast.
or mid coast?
Yeah,
because that would explain a lot.
Right, because the East Coast time it's almost midnight.
Oh, you over here with us? Yo,
I see the moonlight. You can't tell me that wasn't a dope ass record, bro.
What, Thriller?
Thriller, man. A lot of people didn't like Thriller. Oh, you're a Prince fan. We're not even gonna have this conversation, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the CG. Oh, she gotta wake up at 5. Me too. I gotta be at the gym at 5. We out. Love y'all. We got the win. It's the only thing that matters. We'll be back when we go up 2-0. We out. Peace.